back in 2015, my friends Justin Paul and Benj Pasek, they asked if I was in Los Angeles and if I could record some demos for this new movie musical that they were working on about the life of P.T. Barnum called The Greatest Showman. Magic. Rabbits! No, just kidding. I was in LA, in fact, filming the first season of Supergirl. And so I said, yeah, what do you need? I'll be there. Yes. And so I got there and they explained to me the plot and the story, and they told me that Hugh Jackman was going to be playing the lead role of P.T. Barnum, and that what they needed, yeah, Hugh! And what they needed was someone to lay down the demos of all his songs in the musical style that they had like envisioned for this movie musical that they're writing, and that my voice happened to fit the bill.
Believe that lie, that you need to hide your face. Afraid to step outside, so you lock the door, so you can slip away. But you're just a dead man walking, thinking that you're only option. But you can flip the switch and brighten up your darkest day. No more living in the shadows, 'cause I think we know how that goes. Leave behind your narrow mind, you'll never be the same. Come alive. Come alive, go and light your light, let it burn so bright, reaching down to the sky, and it's open wide, you're electrified, and the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open, and we know we can't go back again to the world that we've been living in, 'cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open, so come alive.
Now, I had no intentions of going any further with the film, as Hugh Jackman already had the lead role. But as I got to recording and talking to all the people involved, I found out that there was a secondary character in the film named Philip Carlyle that I could potentially be perfect for. He was young, he was handsome, and he had some pretty great storylines. He got to fall in love with a carny, and he got to sing some pretty kick-ass songs.
Don't you wanna get away from the same old part you got to play? 'Cause I got what you need, so come with me and take the ride. It'll take you to the other side, 'cause you can do like you, or you can do like me. Stay in the cage, or you'll finally take the key. Oh, yeah, I'm suddenly free to fly. It'll take you to the other side.
So we finished up the demos, I tipped my hat, and I went back to being Supergirl's best friend on television. Now, not long after that, in early 2016, I got a call from the producers of the movie to come to New York to do a big presentational reading of the film in front of all these big executives and people that were going to get it produced and greenlit. It was going to be amazing. Hugh Jackman was going to be there playing the role of Barnum, and they asked me to come and play the role of Philip. Now, the reading was in New York, and I was living in LA, and they did not have the funds to fly me from Los Angeles to New York City. So, I bought my own damn ticket, took a day off of my TV show, and decided to claim my own destiny.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me away.
Well, as luck would have it, about a week before the presentation, I got a terrible sinus infection that resulted in a cough that sounded something like a horse being punched by a bear. And I promptly lost my voice completely. I panicked. Now, about 3 days before the presentation, I still had no voice, and so I committed the cardinal sin of all singers, and I took some emergency prednisone pills. Those are steroids, folks. And I prayed for a quicker than God intended recovery. Now, the day of the flight, the day before the presentation, I'm getting on the plane, and I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'm feeling a little bit better, this might work. I'm on the plane and I get a message from the composers saying that Hugh just had to go in to have emergency surgery on his nose to remove a tumor. He was fine. And that the doctor said that he absolutely could not sing at the presentation the next day unless he bust all of his stitches. Furthermore, the composer, who's also a great singer, had also lost his voice, and the only person that would be there and knew all the songs and could sing them was me. They asked me if I could stand to the side and sing all of Hugh's songs while he stood front and center and acted them out. Oh, and also sing all of my character Philip's scenes and songs as well. Basically, do all the parts, be perfect, and your only hope to make sure the presentation goes smoothly and that they fund our major motion picture, no pressure. Now, at this point, I'm like maybe 50% vocally, but my hero complex kicks into full gear, and I swoop in to be the true savior of movie musicals. I got there early, I warmed up, I drank a shit ton of tea. I'm thinking maybe this might actually work. We take our places, they explain to the audience all the things that are happening. I stand up, Hugh stands up, and we sing the opening number. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night, impossible come true, it's taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show. Blah, blah, blah. You know how the song goes. We get to the end of Act 1 relatively unscathed, but my voice is fatiguing quickly, and I don't know about Act 2, I'm getting a little bit nervous. Not for any of Hugh's songs, but for my character Philip. He has this big duet coming up in Act 2, and the notes are really high, and I don't know if I got them. So Act 2 starts, we get to the song, my butt cheeks are as clenched as possible, and I will now reenact for you exactly what happened. All I want is to fly with you, all I want is to fall with you, so just give me all of you. Is it impossible? Is it possible? Say it's possible. How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart. You were the one I was to find. The notes were gone. It was just air. Now, to my credit, I didn't push so hard that it came out like as a loud and terrible crack. But, and if we're being honest, a lot of people probably didn't notice because there was a whole other person singing with me at the same time, but I was devastated. I tried not to hang my head though, still had to finish the show. Now, we're nearing the end, and don't forget, I'm still singing all of Hugh's songs! And we get to his big 11 o'clock number, this number that he sings called From Now On. And I remember pepping up a little bit because the number, as I recall, started out low, and it built, and it built, and it built, but it didn't build to a point that was so high that I couldn't reach it in my current state. And I got really excited thinking, this is gonna be my redemption moment. I'm gonna go in there and kick this song's ass and leave this place flying high, dignity intact. The song starts, I'm ready to go. I saw the sun begin to dim. I felt that winter wind blow cold. It's feeling pretty good. A man learns who is there for him when the glitter fades and the walls won't hold. I'm feeling very confident now. People are looking at me, they're not even looking at you. It's that guy. 'Cause from that struggle, what remains can only be what's true. And suddenly there's like a bus lane next to me. If all was lost, there's more I've gained. And I look over, 'cause it led me back to you. And Hugh is looking very antsy, and I'm like, does he need to go to the bathroom? What's going on? From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the light. And he starts nodding at me, and I'm like, I don't know what you want. From now on, what's waited? Oh shit, till tomorrow starts. And oh, don't do it, Hugh, don't do it. It starts tonight. And he starts singing. He sings. And then Hugh you had this moment, as many of you have seen from the viral behind-the-scenes video on YouTube, this I don't give a damn about these stitches, this is my movie and I'm the fucking star! And he sang the goddamn song! And it was beautiful and astonishing and incredibly moving, and I played along like a champ, but inside I was crushed. Turns out it was not my redemption moment. No, it was his, all along. And the song ends, and the applause is deafening. The spirits are high, the movie is greenlit, and I got out of there as fast as humanly possible. But not before hearing somebody whisper that Hugh had just met with Zac Efron about the part of Philip, and just like that, I slammed shut the chapter in my life, tentatively titled The Greatest Showman, and I have not opened it since. Until now. But tonight is about letting go of the past, right? About making more room in our hearts. So, let's finish that final chapter together. And finally sing the end of the damn song.
I drank champagne with kings and queens, let politicians praise my name. But those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years I chased their cheers, a crazy speed, always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for. And from now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the